Okay, first off, these are quarantine nails, friends. Like, I painted them and they lasted about all of 3 days, and then they started to chip really bad. So I will be fixing those this week, but that's what happens when nail salons are closed. I will never take for granted how amazing dip is, ever, because regular nail polish just is not a thing. Anyways, hi friends, welcome back to the Life of Lex. I'm super excited that I'm finally back on my channel. Whoa, it's been a long time. A lot has happened since November, let me tell you. And so obviously that's why I'm here today. I finally built up the energy and courage to talk about what's been going on in my life. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into that. So yes, friends, if you just watched the new intro video, I'm so excited. I loved putting that together. It's very short, but anyways, if you saw that, obviously you know what I'm going to be talking about today. And also, if you read the title of this video, you know what I'm going to be talking about today. For most of my friends and family that follow me on my social media platforms, they already know and they are aware that me and Jericho are going to be parents this September. I am currently baking a little miniature version of us in my tummy. Look at little baby. Look at the little baby, my little peanut. So stinking cute. 12-week ultrasound, by the way, friends. So I am currently 19 weeks pregnant. By the time you guys see this video, I will not be 19 weeks. I will have entered my 20th week of pregnancy, which is insane to me. I am halfway there. It has been a wild ride, and that's why I've taken such a long break from the channel. So to tell you guys everything, and you know, obviously why I've taken such a long break, I am going to be answering some questions, just give you guys a basic overview of my pregnancy, what's been going on. I just have a series of 10 questions I'm going to answer that I had posted on my Instagram. I had posted a poll and had friends, family chime in what they wanted to know specifically, or what they wanted me to answer. I have those questions here for you guys today, and I will be answering them for you guys. And sorry, I'm so out of breath. The baby does that to you, friends. So so before I get into these questions, I am just going to let you know this is how I pretty much look on a daily basis. One, pregnancy has hit me pretty hard. Two, I barely have the energy to do much of anything anymore, and I just feel really comfortable being this way. I don't really care to do my makeup anymore. It's just kind of tedious at this point, especially being in quarantine. So no makeup, leggings, maternity bra, sports bras for the day is where I am at in my life. All right, so now we can get on to the questions because that's over and out the way. So you guys, you know, judge me for the way I look, but it's fine. It is what it is. But of course, for the first question, I thought it was a perfect question to start off with is, how did you find out you were pregnant and how am I doing? Well, I did have content for everybody for the holidays. One, we went back home to Phoenix, and you know, I had content from like our trip there, and it was great. And you know, I also just kind of slacked on it a lot after I was like in the process of editing it and stuff, because I was just trying to enjoy my time with family and friends. Came back, it was Christmas, and I was still working, and you know, I was just trying to stay present as much as possible. And then of course Jericho's birthday was New Year's, so I wanted to stay present with him for his birthday. Anyways, life just kind of got ahead of itself, and I got ahead of my plans, and needless to say, I put too much on my plate, and I just didn't end up posting it. So I was like, it's fine. I'll just start off in the new year. And then January 6th, I was not feeling very well. Period was late, but let me tell you, friends, that's a thing with me. I don't have an exact start date, so it's just kind of like hit or miss. But it was late. It was about a week late, so that didn't really concern me. But the other things that concerned me were that my boobs were hurting, and they don't usually hurt for that long. For like my PMS symptoms, I suppose they were hurting for now about 2-3 weeks maybe. I had a meal 2 days prior. It was fine. I ate it, and that day, the 2 days after, I thought about that meal, and I literally wanted to vomit. Like, I was so nauseous thinking about it. I was like, and it wasn't like a meal out of the ordinary. I don't want to describe what it was, because even thinking about it now or even speaking about it still makes me a little bit queasy. So anyway, I was like, something's not right. I messaged our friend Erica out here, and she is like, boom, on my way with the pregnancy test. She comes over with pregnancy test in Starbucks to kind of help ease my mind. And she's like, go take the first test. So I go take the first test. Wouldn't you know that I had 2 pink lines? They were blurry, so I wasn't really like convinced that I was pregnant. But she was like, maybe something's wrong, whatever. So we'll wait an hour, and then you take another one. You take the second test. So that's exactly what we did. Sat there in the living room. Jericho came out. He knew that she brought over the test. He kind of didn't think too much of it anyway, because again, I'm always late. So he was just like, you always go through this. Like, it's just another scare, but you always go through this kind of stuff. So it wasn't too much of a big thing for his mind either. Then come to find out, I take that second test, and 2 pink lines appear. Again, blurry, but nonetheless, this time they were a little bit more visible than the first test that I took an hour before. At this point, I walk out with the test, show them. They both look at me. Jericho's smiling. Kind of shock in his eyes, but he's smiling. Erica's like, Alexis, I'm pretty sure you're pregnant. And I look at her, and I look at him, and I'm like, no, there's no way I'm pregnant. It's not happening. There's no way. I ran to the restroom, hyperventilated, cried my eyes out. And Jericho and Erica had to talk me out of the restroom because I was just freaking out. Now, in this moment, friends, it's not that I wasn't happy. It's not that I wasn't excited, to the idea that I'm going to be a mom. It's just, it was a lot to take in. It's when you see those lines, or when somebody tells you like you're actually pregnant, you're going to be prepared to just kind of take that all in and be like, I'm pregnant, let's do it. And as much as I wanted to believe I was going to be one of those people, I was not. I was a total opposite. And in the end, it has taken me such a long, it took me weeks to even think that, this was my real life now. 2020, I was a week into 2020, and this was a thing. So I stayed home from work that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, I couldn't get into the doctor, so that Tuesday I went in for a blood test, and within 2 hours, they called me back saying I was pregnant. They were like, congratulations, you're pregnant, and by our calculations, you're about 5 weeks in. And I freaked out. I was a little bit more excited because it settled in a little bit more, and it was real. It was somebody else was telling me, a doctor, a nurse, they were telling me, you are pregnant. And I was like in shock. So I immediately called Jericho. I called my mom, and of course I feel bad now thinking about the way I called my mom, because she was at work, but say she was happy. She hyperventilated also, and she thought I was joking, and I was like, Mother, why would I be joking about this at 9 o'clock in the morning? Please don't put that on me. But yeah, so we officially found out, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So I found out I was pregnant, friends, and it's now April. January was obviously months ago, and I could have told everybody, I could have talked about it, I could have, you know, had you guys follow me on my journey to my first trimester. I just wasn't comfortable yet. I wasn't ready to share that part of my life. Even for a while, only my mom and my dad knew. And I had a whole different way of wanting to tell my friends and family back home in Phoenix, but that didn't go as planned either. So I ended up telling pretty much everybody over the phone through FaceTime. And I mean, they were still happy, you know, and find out until about 12 weeks. I have my own selfish reasons as to why I did that. I just, one, was really scared with the idea that I could miscarry within that first trimester, or with how early I was, and I didn't want to tell too many people at one time and then have them, you know, stressed out or worried if something did happen. I mean, it still can at this point, but now I feel more comfortable, and I feel okay with the idea that letting my, you know, like I'm letting my body figure this out and find its way, and, you know, not trying to fully have control over the situation, because I don't, you know. So I'm more at ease with that mentally and emotionally and physically. So again, that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Yeah, but for a while they didn't really know. So, you know, but now everybody knows. You guys know. Social media knows, and I am here. I am doing okay. We are doing okay. Baby's healthy. My next appointment is next Tuesday, on the 21st, and we finally find out the gender. But anyways, yeah, we are healthy. We are happy. Jericho's good. I'm good. Baby's good.